Hello, this is Lauren speaking, and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the summer solstice chart. That is June 20th, 2024 at 9:51 p.m. in Greenwich, UK. I use that location for Greenwich Mean Time. We'll take a look at the horoscope here and see what's going on and what's been going on with recent events. So the first thing we need to be aware of course, is that now in the last week in June, the first week in July of 2024, transiting Neptune is in that final degree of Pisces, and it will get ready to ingress into the sign of Aries, which will be coming up in the spring of 2025. However, when it's in that last degree, that last final degree, as I've shown in previous videos, and you might want to take a look at my USA predictions video, links will all be in the description below. The last time Neptune was in this exact same position was the United States Civil War. And so this is definitely a war situation. As a matter of fact, from the news, depending on what news you listen to, the UK, they claim we're already in a war with Russia. And there's so much going on in the world, it's pretty unbelievable, between NATO and France and the UK and Israel, what's going on now. Also, check out my video, please, on the Israel war predictions using their birth chart, where I predicted the high probability that he would be accused of crimes against humanity, genocide, which is now taking place with the ICC and the ICJ. So that's going down. So there's an awful lot happening in the world. We've got two major aspect configurations in this chart that is the only thing we need to be concerned about. We've got Neptune at the final degrees of Pisces squaring into the sun. Neptune is in the second house of the economy, of finances. It rules the second house. The sun, of course, always has to do with heads of state, of nations. It's in the sixth house of military services, which also can apply to employment, unemployment. There's all sorts of things going on with that, as they've raised the minimum wage in the United States, and employers are saying that they can't afford to hire people. So we've got that, and the sixth house also refers to public health and medical services, and we know that recently the UN pandemic treaty has been shot down, so that's sort of been wiped away. So there's all sorts of potential deception, illegalities. Of course, war is always a financial benefit to the elite, and so this is, speaks for itself. On top of that, we've got Pluto square Mars, which is absolutely extreme force, persuasion, control, brutality, excessive effort. Pluto rules the 10th house of, let's say, heads of state, presidents, prime ministers, etc. It's squaring into Mars, which rules over the third house, so that has everything to do with the mainstream media, the internet, communications, transportation, etc. But if we look at recent events here of what's gone on recently, well, we've had, just going back here up to my notes, because there's so many things that have gone on May 15th, 2024, the Prime Minister of Slovakia, Robert Fico, was shot and critically injured in an assassination attempt. Just days after he rejected the WHO treaty pandemic and not supporting military aid to Ukraine. Then 4 days later, on May 19th, the president of Iran, Raisi, was, along with the foreign minister, were presumed to have died in a helicopter crash. Who knows what that was all about? The next day, the prosecutors for the International Criminal Court were seeking arrest warrants for Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu. And Germany recently announced that they want to Germany and the UK want to bring in the military draft again. The UK says, like I said before, that we're already in war with Russia. So you can see how using this extreme force, also the president of the country of Georgia recently said that he's been, I think, threatened. His life has been threatened if he doesn't go along with what they all want him to go along with in terms of all of these things that I've just mentioned. So we're in it, we're in it. It seems like World War III has already begun. So, I'm really going to make this video brief, because if you look at my previous video on the spring equinox, it's just a continuation there of what's going on. And, that's basically where we're at. So, it looks like we're going to enter into a world war, or we're in a world war already. Let's see. What else do we have going on here? I think that's enough. One other aspect in the chart is Saturn is square to the moon. Saturn's in the second house of finances. That's quite restrictive for the economy. The moon is the people. Represents the people. So it's not a good situation for the public or the people. I did hear just a few days ago that the UK is telling their citizens that they should stock up on food, for the potential of wherever this war is going to go. So that's it, short and sweet. It's not a good chart, and we're on the verge of, a war, and who knows who's going to get involved. Who knows what's going to go on now with Gaza and Israel and the United States, what's going to go on there. All sorts of weird news also about the Democrats looking to replace Biden. It's just like if the SHIT has hit the FAN, we're in it big time. So, I think I'll just keep it short and sweet like that. I would also make a comment here that I heard that mainstream media is saying that World War III, I don't know if this is true or not, this is just what's out there, will start, they're choosing a date of July 18th, 2024. So it seems that they've got everything all lined up for their plans for this war. Maybe on July 18th, they'll announce that, some country has attacked some country. Who knows at this point, right? So with all that going on, I would say try to enjoy your summer. But in terms of international politics and whatever's going on in the world, we're definitely, the world is in a war. And that's the best I can tell you. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening, subscribing, liking, sharing, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.